morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha and I post daily videos about whatever comes to my mind that day. And today I am talking about social anxiety because last night I went to a 30th birthday party. And on the way there I was feeling so anxious. I have autism, so I was actually going to make the title of this video about autism, but then I realized that all of these traits are also with people with anxiety, and there's a lot more people with general and social anxiety than there are autism. So this is for my autism people and my anxiety people. So yeah, last night I was on my way to my friend's 30th birthday and I was exhausted. I didn't want to go. I was feeling anxious. I'd already got up early and I burn out really easily as well because I've masked my symptoms my whole life by using alcohol and other substances and caffeine and just pumping myself up with chemicals and drugs to get through social situations. And now I'm sober, I really feel everything tenfold and it's quite intense. So first things first, I could try to sandwich rest between the event, which I'm guilty of today because I'm seeing a friend for lunch and I'm trying to get to church service at 9 this morning, so I'm really not sandwiching rest. I didn't get home till midnight last night, so I haven't had enough sleep. I haven't sandwiched rest. I do, however, this evening, so after I have lunch with my friend, we'll go for a walk and then I'll come home, probably nap, and just chill all evening. But I should really have just left today free because going to a 30th birthday for me is quite a big thing for my body and my anxiety to go through. So I think that's really important, sandwiching rest between any activity. Learn to know yourself, and it's taken me years and years and years to learn how much I can actually handle, and I still can't admit defeat that I can't handle as much as I think. So yeah, really I should have wiped today clean, but I really want to see a friend, so yep. Rest before and after, sandwich rest. Then yesterday I was so anxious because it should have taken me an hour to get there from Fulham to London Bridge, but it actually took me 3 hours because all of the buses were on diversion. And I'm unemployed. I was trying to save money. I'd usually get an Uber, but I got public transport, and I'd already been there once that morning because I had a hospital scan in London Bridge. So I was just so exhausted and I didn't want to go, and my body was, you know, panicking and stressing out, and I snapped at a granny on the bus that I felt really bad for because she was... I felt really bad, and I was listening to positive affirmations the whole way. And I do have a support group, so I made a few calls to women in my support group, and that really helped to ground me. And I bought a bottle of water and just drank the water because that can also be really grounding for me. So yeah, I was really stressed on the public transport and I really wanted to go home really badly. I didn't want to go. I was so afraid, and I'm so glad I did because I had the best time. It was lovely. I felt so relaxed when I got there with all my friends. The main thing I was worried about was the music being too loud and being around drunk people, but it was fine. So I'm so glad I at least gave it a go. And I saw a friend I haven't seen in ages, and she gave me this good luck bracelet because I'm going through some health concerns. I'll be fine, but that just melted my heart, and I'm so glad I went, and I'm so glad that the birthday girl had such an amazing time because it was lovely to meet some of her other friends and family, and I'm so blessed to have her. So I'm glad I went. I left at 11, and these friends know me and know that I'm sober and know that I can't stay up too late and things, so I didn't have to explain myself, even though I practiced in my head the whole way. How am I going to tell her I'm leaving? What excuses am I going to use? What time am I going to leave? And it was fine. They even it was around 10, 11, and they were saying, we can't believe that you're still here, you're doing this. I just wanted to cry, because as an autistic and anxious person, for someone to actually understand you before having to explain yourself is just like the best thing ever. So I'm so, so grateful that I have those people around me, because I haven't always, for sure. And yeah, no people pleasing. I used to people please so much in the past because I worry about what people think, but now I've got chronic health conditions because I didn't listen to my body. I'm trying to put a message out there that if you're in your early 20s and you haven't hit burnout yet, please look after yourself, please. It's the number one thing, really. So yeah, that brings me to my next point. If you are feeling really, really anxious and you cannot do it, and your body is going in, like, pumping out cortisol and adrenaline, that's really bad for you. So just say no, learn how to say no. I read a book called Fuck No by Sarah Knight, I think it was, and that helped me so much with setting boundaries. So if you struggle to say no, I would do some work around boundaries, and that's really, really helpful. That's changed the way that I deal with things. And I also have a 24-hour policy boundary for myself, where I don't accept an invitation unless it's 24 hours in advance at the very least, ideally a week or so. But because I need time to process and mentally prepare, I can't do spontaneous. I used to, but it killed me. And yeah, I can't do spontaneous. I need 24 hours notice. I need to know where I'm going, what time, what the theme is. I need to know all the ins and outs, how I'm going to get there. So yeah, I think that's a really good tip, or one of the best things for me to set boundaries, is have that 24-hour rule. Whether it's friends, family's a bit different, but if I'm there in the house, then I'll do different things with them that day, but certainly friends, work, anything like that. The second thing is, I look at it like, this is probably because I'm autistic, but I look at it like a project and a mission, and like it's a kind of uni module or something, because I've done a lot of research into loneliness, because I've been really lonely over the past few years, and loneliness is so bad for our health. Loneliness kills. Do research. It's so bad for us, and I know that so many people isolate these days, and it's so bad for your health. So as I said, health is wealth. Health should be number one. So you do need to socialise. It's so important. So for me, looking at like a mission or a project or a form of self-care to go and socialise, even if I only stay for 10 minutes, is such a great achievement. So I focus on what I'm gonna wear, the gift I'm gonna give, how can I make the host happy, how can I help, how can I be of service, can I arrive early and set up, can I bring some cake, some food, focus on the doing rather than the interactions and the socialising. That really, really helps me. And I organise my own events, and I love that, because I can be a little busybody doing things all around while everyone's having fun, and that really suits me. I like to make the fun and organise the fun rather than being involved in the fun, because the organisation is fun for me. So yeah, and then yeah, just if you need to leave, please leave. Please put yourself first in any situation. And then setting a leaving time in your head, I think, is really good, because yeah, especially when I used to go on dates, I would say that I've got an appointment at X time, so I know I'm only going to be with that date for 2 hours maximum. Or if it's a friend that you don't really know very well, you can, when you get there, just say, oh, by the way, I've got this appointment at 2, or even let them know far in advance before you get there. And I have very strict dietary requirements because of my health conditions and a past eating disorder, so I'm very clear with people that I can't eat certain things and I have to eat at a certain time, and some restaurants I just can't go to. So I make that clear before we even set the time, because I want people to confirm that they're okay with what I need. So yeah, that's how I handle social situations as as a highly anxious autistic person. And yeah, I hope to get better and better at it. Last night went really well. I was actually only there 2.5 hours, but there was a lot of people, there was loud music, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm so glad I went. So I hope if you're listening to this, it motivates you to socialise, because it's so good for our health. And just say no when you need to and rest when you need to. Thank you for listening.